What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar PYT, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, guys, to another episode of the Blaugrana Buzz, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to every single one of you guys who are already in the building, guys. Big up to every single one of you. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, guys. And listen, another episode of Blaugrana Buzz, guys. Listen, the Barca news don't stop, guys. Every single day it seems like there's news, basically a new news coming out of the club with everything that is going on right now, with a lot of the transfers in. We haven't really talked about a lot of transfers out. Now, recently, guys, a big news kind of came out of the club recently with today, right? With in regards to certain players who might be leaving the club. We know that some players, they don't really have a future in the club this season. And I wanted to get into this one because this is actually a topic that's been coming out like apparently recently, like a few hours ago, basically. And that is Robert Lewandowski, guys. Robert Lewandowski has been in the news recently because this morning, guys, I saw this article basically claiming that Robert Lewandowski is on his way up. But before we start, guys, big up to every single one of you guys who are here. Big up to my guy Havertz. Big up to you, Ravi. Big up to you, bro. But yeah, listen. Let's get started. As you guys can see, guys, Robert Lewandowski is being linked out of the club. And basically, all the talk coming out of the club is that basically Saudi Arabian media outlets have claimed that Lewandowski will join a Saudi club once his contract expires in 2026. And basically, let's be honest, right? And this is the thing. This news has kind of been going insane the past few hours, right? Because everyone has been talking about it. Basically, they're saying next season is Robert Lewandowski's last season at Barcelona with 99.99% certainty. And basically, all the talk is that Saudi Arabian clubs are eyeing him. We know that certain Saudi Arabian clubs might be looking at bringing him in. But listen, before we get into all of that, I'm going to say this now, right? I don't think anyone here, and unless you're living on a rock, you didn't think that this was going to happen. Let's be honest. Robert Lewandowski was going to leave the club regardless of what happens, right? This was going to be his last season in the club. And with everything that is happening at Barcelona right now, right, with so many players, being touted to be leaving the club very, very soon, like the Ansu Fatis, the Gerard Martins, and everything else. We've been very, very lucky in the transfer window that we've been very active. And big up to every single one of you guys before we continue, right? Like I said, big up to every single one of you. But yeah, 2026, they're saying that Robert Lewandowski will be gone in 2026. Now, when I first heard this in the morning, I thought that these guys were being linked to him this season. Now, I don't think I think a lot of people would have kind of taken Lewandowski leaving at the end of the season, even though, let's be honest, right? Even though, at his age, right? He's not young. He's 36. I think he's turning 37 later on this year or something. I might need to do my research on that. But to tell you the truth, right? This move is huge, right? Let me tell you why. Because we've seen the club have been looking at potential, players who could be coming in next season as far as strikers is concerned. Now, you've seen that Isaac has been one of the people who's been linked to the club, but Isaac recently has been linked to Liverpool. And I think Liverpool have already placed in a bid for Isaac, right? And another person who's been linked recently, and he's been cutting a lot of weight recently, is the link of, what's his name? Julian Alvarez, which I will get into, right? But before we get into all of those transfers, I'm just going to talk about this Lewandowski talk first of all, right? Let's just say this right now, right? Robert Lewandowski is a Barca legend. I know people are going to say, but he's only been here for not so long. Listen, whatever you think of Robert Lewandowski now, whether you think, Barcelona need to go in and get another striker, they need to get a younger striker, that he's not the same guy that he was years ago. One thing you can never deny about Robert is this, guys. Robert Lewandowski is a Barca legend. Now, why do I call him a Barca legend? It's very simple, guys. This brother, when came to Barcelona at a time when we were begging for a player of his quality. He when he joined in 2022, he was one of or the best striker in the world. This guy was in the best version of his career. He had an incredible 2020 season where he should have won the Ballon d'Or. In the 2021 season, he broke Gerd Muller's record in the Bundesliga, right? He basically could walk into any team in the world. I'll be honest, the only team probably he wouldn't have been able to walk into potentially might have been Real Madrid, because Real Madrid had Benzema in 2022. But this guy, during the peak of his career, where he could have left Bayern and just say, listen, I want to go to this club. I want to go to the Premier League. I want to go to Serie A. I want to go anywhere. And you know what? All of the big clubs in all the big clubs in these leagues, they would have all bent over backwards to bring this guy. But how did we manage to convince this guy to come in? Right? How did we convince this guy to come in? Well, it's very simple. It's because at the end of the day, he wanted the move. He wanted the move. Let's be honest. If you know, big up to man like Zier. I know he's in the chat. He knows this, right? With everything that was happening with Lewandowski in over there in Bayern Munich, like people are gonna say, but you know, things kind of fell out. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is this: Robert Lewandowski chose Barcelona. That is why we were able to sign him. The reason why other clubs didn't go in for him is not because he didn't have the quality. Don't get it twisted. Bayern Munich didn't want to get rid of Lewandowski. They didn't want to sell Lewandowski. They wanted to keep him for another season. But the thing with Lewandowski is he had made up his mind. He wanted to leave and he only wanted to go to Barcelona. Let's be honest. He came out. Listen, I will tell you right now. I remember the saga like it was yesterday. He came out in a news, in an article where he was basically, when they were asking him, are you going to leave Bayern? He said that is the plan. He wants to leave. And they asked him, have you chosen the club you want to go to? He basically sat there and said straight up, Barcelona is the club that I want to go to. Zero, you're in the chat, bro. Tell me if I'm telling lies, bro. Because I remember when he did this podcast with this guy, right? He wanted to join us. And this is the thing with Barca at that time, guys. He joined us at a time when we were on our knees, guys. We were on our knees when he arrived. Let's call it out for what it is. We had just lost Lionel Messi the season before. Our squad was completely dead the season before. Like, let me, you know, give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up. I want to show you all just what Lewandowski was walking into, right? In that season. Give me a second, guys. Here we go. Barcelona squad. Let's take a look at the Barca squad in Barcelona squad stats. All right, there we go. Look at this. This is the season before Lewandowski joined, right? This is the squad that we had. Look at this, guys. Look at the squad that Barca had, guys. Look at this team, guys. Look at this team. Look at this team. Look at this. We had Ter Stegen, Peña. We had oh, my bad. Give me a second. I forgot to pull it up. There it is. Right? You got Ter Stegen, Peña. You guys have players like Araujo, Eric Garcia had just come. Eric Garcia, Clement Langley was at the club. Piqué was at the club. Umtiti was in the club. Right? Jordi Alba was still in the club. Emerson Royal, I think we sold him that season. Right? Serginho Dest, Oscar Mingueza. Right? Look at this. Look at the players. We have Alvaro Sanz, like Nico Gonzalez, Miriam Pjanic, Ricky Puig. Right? Look at the players that we had around this time. We had players like Abde. We had players like Yusuf Demir in the team. We had Martin Braithwaite in this team, guys. Luke De Jong. This is the team he was. Let's be clear here, guys. He was leaving a Bayern Munich team. This is not Bayern Munich that we're seeing now. The Bayern Munich team he left was one of the best teams, the strongest teams in Europe at the time. He had no reason to leave, right? Bayern Munich were one of the top dogs in Europe. They were comfortable in the Bundesliga. Everything was looking fine. He chose to leave while they were at their best. Not even when they were declining. While they were on their best. To join a declining Barcelona. And that is why for me, he will go down as a legend, because think about what this brother did. This brother came to our club at a time when we needed a winger. I'm sorry, a striker. We needed a superstar. We needed a player who could carry the team. And he arrived, and you know what he did, bro? He arrived at a club which was financially strapped, We were nowhere near the level of Real Madrid. Real Madrid were miles ahead of us, right? They just won the Champions League. Everything was looking good. They were looking like they were set to dominate Spanish football for years. This brother walks in his first season, wins us the La Liga back. Just like that. Wins us the title back, right? And then guess what? This season, once again, Robert Lewandowski stepped up this season. Once again. Right? Look at this, guys. Look at these numbers. Give me a second. Let me pull out his. Give me a sec. Where is his stats? Where's the stats? Give me a sec. Where is the? Why can't I see the numbers? His numbers in the league this season. Oh, there it is. Look at this, guys. Look at this. In all competitions, guys, he played 52 games, 42 goals, and 3 assists, guys. From a 36-year-old, guys. A 36-year-old. Do you guys see what I mean? 36-year-old, right? At his peak. This is what he did for us. And he won us a domestic treble this season. So if you look at Barcelona's revival of where we could potentially be going to next, well, if you look at where we are now, right, and where we're going to, this guy right here, he needs to take a lot of the credit because he's the one that took us out of the pits, man. He was one of the people who were there to get us out of the pits. So for me, he's definitely going to be a legend, and he's going to definitely be one of those players who will forever be remembered by a lot of Barca fans. But let me read some of your chats, man. Zier is in the chat. I don't know what I have not been reading any of the chats he's been saying, but yeah, man. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. A big up to Omar says, what do you think of what do you think will elevate Barcelona to the next level, bro? There's a lot of things, man. Mohamed Abdul says, if Nico Williams lands Madrid, he's not gonna land. Oh, you meant to say, oh, okay, lands to Barca, bro. Yo, big up to you, Zier, man. Big up to you, bro. Says Al Hilal, go for it. Hey, listen, man, you're sitting there crashing out, man. What are you gonna take back everything you said a few minutes ago if he joins? Like, I'm looking forward to it. Yo, big up to you, Kashfa, man. Big up to you, bro. How you doing, man? How are you doing? Says, I don't know which Saudi club it is, by the way. This is just rumors linking him to the club. Yeah. Basically, just talking about the options of where he could go to. Says, big up to Zia, the original. Yo, big up to Zia for sure, man. Says, I'm not trolling, but he needs to leave. I mean, we do need to move on from him. There is no doubt about that, right? If we want to go to the right direction, we need to go and get a new striker. Let's be honest. For where we're going to, if we're just going to be objective, right? Barcelona, we have so many other positions we need to work on, right? And striker is going to be one of those positions that we're going to have to get next season. So, and let's be honest, he's not, like I mentioned, he's not any younger, bro. He's 36. I think, like I mentioned, I think is he turning 37 this year? Look at this. Yeah, he's 36. Let me see. How old is Lewandowski gonna be? Is Lewandowski turning 37 this year? Lewandowski. Yeah, he's turning 37 later on this year, guys. In August of this year. He's turning 37. Right? By the time his contract runs out, he's about to turn 38. Let's be honest, man. He's not gonna be at the club forever, man. That's the truth. But yeah, listen, man. Big up to you guys. Smash the likes, man. Let's get to 10 likes. We're at 7 likes right now, man. Like, smash the likes, guys. Big up to you guys. Robert Lewandowski, he's had a good career, but he's had a good career at Barca. Absolutely, man. He says his wife loved Barca. I think he also wanted to join Barca. Let's be real. Good evening from Turkey. Yo, big up to you, Harvey, man. How are you doing, bro? He says, at least the city. Hey, listen, man, is it a terrible city to join? Let's be real. He says he only wanted Barcelona. This is a fact. This is a fact. Why would other clubs now want to go in for him? Like, bro, he killed it. He nipped it right in the bud. He came out and said, yo, I want to only join Barcelona. So yeah, at the end of the day, you know, listen, at the end of the day, here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, Barcelona have that pull. Let's be real. We have that pull. We can attract players. Many people like to say whatever they want, but the fact of the matter is, our club has that pull and is still gonna have that pull, right? But yeah. He chose his missus, bro. It's not a lie. So do I, bro. I was bitching about Sally and Khan's move. Yes, he wanted to leave. Yes, for sure. Big up to Mohammed says, but we signed Rafinha, Kunde, Christensen, Kessier too. It's not that bad. We literally hijacked them from Chelsea. Yeah, that's true. We bought a lot of these players, but think about this for 1 second, right, Mohammed? Even if we bought these players that you're talking about here, right? Do you honestly believe, right? If we didn't buy Lewandowski that 22-23 season when we won the league, that we would have won the league? I don't think we would have. I don't think we would have won the league at all. I don't think we would have won the league. I mean, Lewandowski was our top goal scorer. The guy cooked. The guy was cooking in the league. The guy quickly adapted to life at Barcelona very quickly. So yeah, for me, yeah, no. He was definitely the most integral one out of all those signings. He chose to leave because our board were fraudulent, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, competition is competition. Like, I understand he eventually chose Barcelona, but you're moving like it started because he wanted that. Let's relax, bro. This is what I'm saying. You're crashing, bro. You're crashing out. What are you crashing out about, man? Says, why is Zia so angry? Well, it's not that deep. So, yeah, against his agent. Yeah, man. Yo, big up to African Cat. Says, go come get Nunes. Now, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Says, thank you. Now Mbappe will win the Golden Boot every season. Look, man, I'll tell you this right now. Do not sleep, because we could potentially be bringing in Isaac or Alvarez next season. What, do you think those guys can come in and win the Golden Boot over Kylian? All right, bro. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, says that year I believe Christensen and Lewandowski in that order. They were the main reason why we're La Liga champions. I mean, Christensen did well, but come on, Lewandowski in the 22-23 season was absolutely incredible. Let me actually show this. Give me a sec. Look at this. Look at it. This is his 22-23 season, guys. Look at this. His first season in La Liga, right? His first season in La Liga. Look at the numbers he had that season. 46 games, 33 goals, 8 assists. Come on, man. And for his first season, this is absolutely like on another level, man. It was on another level. And look, like I mentioned, look at that. He got 23 goals in La Liga that season, right? So for me, yeah, he was definitely the most integral one. Don't get it twisted. Christensen was definitely a top buy as well, right? For what he contributed, absolutely. But for me, Lewandowski will always be like that guy. And look, like I mentioned, Robert Lewandowski he's definitely, in my eyes, a legend. In my eyes, for sure. Right? People can say whatever they want about him, but for the fact that our club now is in a better place, mainly because of some of the things he did. Because let's be clear here. We brought in Lewandowski. He came in, scored a lot of goals, helped us to win 2 league titles. Those 2 league titles that he helped us win were integral into why we're able to become better. Because if we didn't win anything the past few years, we would have gotten worse every single season. You understand what I mean? So, yeah. Because we consider just 20 goals in that campaign. That's crazy, like Christensen. I mean, you're saying Christensen, but I'll tell you this, guys. But that was also a time when we had a prime Araujo. This is not the Araujo we had in 2023. The season we won the league. I think Araujo was better than Christensen, even though Christensen was cooking, right? Araujo that season, I would say he was our best defender. That's why a lot of us fans still believe in him, because we saw what he did that season when we won the league. You understand what I mean, right? When we won the league, we saw what he did. He was a defensive rock. So yeah, it is what it is. What's up? Sir Wesley. Because man says from his age, scoring shit tons of goals. When was the last time we had this kind of striker except Suarez? Exactly. That's another thing people don't even fail to realize, right? Do you guys understand, right? We've seen players like Cristiano and all of these guys have, errors. Like, you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, like when he was 36, 37 at that time, right? He was in United, he was getting phased out, right? But look at Lewandowski. Lewandowski let's remember this guy. Lewandowski is only a year younger than both Messi and Suarez, who are both in the MLS. Like, bro, my guy Suarez was done with European football after 2022. Right? This brother is 36, right? And is still scoring 30 to 40 goals every season. How is this guy at 36 still putting 40 goals in the league, bro? Let's just be objective here, right? Yes, he's not, for what we know Lewandowski to be, because prime Lewandowski was he was a monster. Okay, bro. Prime Lewandowski, we don't even get into all of that, bro. Look at this. If you look at these numbers in his seasons at Bayern, right? His last few seasons. Look at this. His last season at Bayern. Look at the numbers he put at Bayern Munich in his last season, guys. Look. 21-22, he put 50 goals in 46 games, guys. 50 goals in 46 games. Look, he put 48 goals in 40 games in the 2020-21 season. This season he broke Gerd Muller's record, right? And then in 2019-2020, guess what, bro? He puts 55 goals in 47 games, guys. Right? This is what a prime Lewandowski was looking like, right? Look, 18-19, he put 40 goals in 47, 41 goals in 48 games, 40 goals in 45, 39 goals in 35 games. Do you guys see what I'm saying here, right? He joined Barcelona. Let's be honest, right? When he joined Barcelona, his goal per game ratio kind of definitely slowed down at Barcelona. But, dude, this brother, right, the lowest goal tally he ever scored in a season was 26, and that was last season. Last season was the first season where he actually went below 30 goals. But guess what, bro? This season at 36, last season people were saying he was finished because he didn't hit 30. He didn't even hit 30 goals. This season he's hit 42. Like how many strikers this season have scored this amount of goals? How many strikers in world football this season have scored more goals than Lewandowski this season? Let me actually see. Let me actually Google this. How many forwards have scored more goals than Lewandowski? More goals. All right. This season. Oh, I forgot to put this season. So basically, they're saying currently it's only Kylian Mbappe. So wait, out of all the strikers, Mbappe is the only one. No other player. Wait, so you're telling me no other player scored? This Salah. How many goals has Salah scored this season? Let's do the comparisons. Give me a second, guys. Comparisons. Compared to, let's see. It's Mohamed Salah. Let's put Salah this season. Salah this season has. Where's the stats? What is the numbers this season? I'm choosing just forwards because I want to put like the best strikers this season who've scored, like the best goal scorers this season. Where are the goals? But why are they not showing me the goals? Okay. Oh, my bad. This is World Cup qualifiers. Hold on. Let's put in all competitions. All right. Let's okay. La Liga and the Premier League. So this season, Lewandowski has scored 27 goals. Salah has scored 29. Now keep in mind that Lewandowski was injured for the end of the season, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, look at that, 29 goals, bro. This is actually insane. Like, goal per game ratio. My guy he's scoring every 79 minutes. My guy is scoring more in 89 minutes this season, right? This is what I'm saying to you guys. Lewandowski at 36 years old, right, is still one of the best goal scorers in Europe this season. And look, like I mentioned, is he the same striker? No, he's not. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you all. I don't think he's definitely not the same guy. But brother, the guy, I've said it before, he's lost most of everything. He's lost his pace, right? He's lost his power. He's lost so many things. But you know one thing he hasn't lost, bro? His finishing. his finishing hasn't gone. His finishing is still as good as it was in his prime. I've said this about Lewandowski, bro. You put Lewandowski, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. If Lewandowski had the ball in the box, bro, I would put my house on him putting it in the back of the net. I never worry, bro. I never worry when it comes to Lewandowski, right? That's one thing I can say about him. This brother, bro, he can lose everything else, but that finishing, nope. It's still there, bro. It's still there, right? And it's still gonna be there, man. What a player he is. What a player he is, man. But yeah, big up to every single one of you guys. Big up to you, NJ, man. Says, yeah. It says, the thing with Araujo, his bozo moments hit hard. Facts. Yo, big up to Kotama, man. It says, did you see Rashford's interview? Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I actually saw some snippets of it. So I'm gonna react to it later on today. Give me a second. Let me just read some of these chats. It says, yeah, Araujo was crazy too, man. He did a lot in the UC OMG. Well, that's why for me, I'm not necessarily an Araujo hater, because he had a lot, and it's just that, brother, it's like he lost his confidence or lost his belief or some shit. But he's definitely lost something. But guys, big up to every single one of you guys. Smash the likes, guys. Smash the like. We're not even on 10 likes yet, man. How are we not even on 10? Like, big up to you guys, man. You guys have been absolutely incredible. But guys, smash the like. Support the channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications, guys. Because I'm sorry, Omar, but if Lewandowski goes, Marcus Rashford is not the answer. No, he's not. No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There is no way in hell we're going to replace Lewandowski with Marcus Rashford. It's not going to happen, guys. I can guarantee you that. Lewandowski is and will always be better than Suarez. You know what, guys, right? If we're just going to be very honest, Robert Lewandowski, you know what? Looking back now, right? Many people didn't always used to accept the debate between Suarez and Lewandowski, right? But let's just be objective here, guys, right? Who do you guys think is better? Because here's what I'm gonna say now, right? I think that if we're talking about both players' primes, I think Suarez's prime was way better, bro. But Suarez at his best was a monster, bro. Suarez in his prime outscored Messi and Suarez, bro. Unreal. The guy outscored Messi and Suarez in their prime years. Don't get it twisted. Lewandowski has outscored Ronaldo and Messi, but I don't think he ever outscored Messi and Ronaldo at their prime time when they were putting like 50, 60 goals every season. You understand what I mean, right? Lewandowski was just below, just a little bit. But Suarez's prime, he actually outscored both guys. And I think he did it when he was... Didn't he win the European Golden Shoe while he was at Liverpool? Like, I swear he did that, didn't he, guys? He won the Golden Shoe when he was in Liverpool. With the year in 2014. No, because I'm being dead serious. Here's the thing. If you're going to talk about prime years, I think Lewandowski. But if we're going to be honest, we're talking about longevity, that's definitely, Lewandowski definitely takes that. And I don't care what anyone says. Zier is trying to call me out. Bro, at the end of the day, I don't care. The fact of the matter is this, bro. Longevity-wise, I think Lewandowski is definitely better. Because at the end of the day, Lewandowski is still doing it now. Bro, I'm looking at Suarez in the Club World Cup. Like I mentioned, Suarez is only a year older than Lewandowski. Just a year, guys. Just a year. Like the difference in quality between the two is actually like ridiculous. Lewandowski is not the same striker anymore. That is true. But dude, you can see, but Suarez's decline is so adamant, bro. It is so adamant. And that is why for me, I feel like the conversation now will definitely be there. I feel like with Lewandowski, right? And this is the thing, Zier, you know this, bro, because I've said this to you way back. I think he was robbed of a Ballon d'Or. And I was saying this before everyone says, oh, but you're just saying that now. Brother, I promise you all, wallahi, as God is my witness, in 2020, I've said this in so many platforms. The reason I don't take the Ballon d'Or seriously anymore is because of how they did Lewandowski in 2020. The fact that they decided to cancel the whole thing because they could not do a gala where all of the famous footballers and managers, it's like the Grammys. I've said it before. The Ballon d'Or for me is like the Grammys, bro. You understand what it's not actually about acknowledging the greatness of these players. It's about just bringing all these great footballers and all these great content creators and all these great celebrities all in one place so that they can all make money out of it. That's why, honestly, after they did that year when they canceled it, it just confirmed to me what I always knew about the Ballon d'Or. And truth be told, guys, I never watched it. I never took this Ballon d'Or seriously. I'm not saying I didn't watch it, but I wasn't going out of my neck to say, oh, who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win it? You see this season, people are talking about, oh, could Yamal win it? Could Lewandowski, could Dembele win it? Guys, there's a reason why I'm not in here always breaking my neck talking about the Ballon d'Or. Because I don't care. If Yamal wins it, great. He's the youngest Ballon d'Or winner of all time. We will hold that we will hold that record. But the truth is, if he doesn't win it, I genuinely don't care. Because I know he's going to win it at some point. You understand what I mean, right? It doesn't matter to me. And the thing is, they completely shafted my guy. Because that year, in 2020, yes, there was no ceremonies. There was none of these things happening in that year, right? Fine. Guess what, bro? They did the UEFA Awards that year, right? Where they were choosing the best player in Europe, best midfielder, best striker. Well, tell me why. When they did that award ceremony, they had all of these players there. I remember Kimmich was there, Lewandowski was there, all of the players they were all there who won awards, right? It was an empty place, right? They just had the TV and they had like people just there. And these guys were talking in front of the camera, right? With their awards. And everyone sitting down at home were congratulating these guys. These guys had the opportunity to do the same shit, bro. They could have given Lewandowski his Ballon d'Or and make him do a Zoom call in front of everyone. Because guess what? If he wins the Ballon d'Or, you can be damn sure that Bayern fans and all of world football will be sitting down to see what Lewandowski has to say. And the fact that Lionel Messi in 2021 won the Ballon d'Or and came out and said, bro, you should have won a Ballon d'Or. Bro, that's for me when I realized that, bro, the fact that Messi, the guy who just won the Ballon d'Or, is saying you guys shafted this guy tells you everything, doesn't it? It tells you everything. This is why I feel like the Ballon. That's why I feel like the Ballon d'Or lost its value the moment that the people who were winning it actually started calling the shit out. I mean, they're serious. Like, don't get it twisted. Some people, they call it out because they're salty. I think a guy like Cristiano Ronaldo, the reason he calls it out is because, brother, he, at some point, remember when he won his 5th Ballon d'Or and he tied Messi and was sitting there bragging about the Ballon d'Or. And then all of a sudden, when Messi outpipped him, this guy started talking about, oh, the Ballon d'Or is not even that important anymore. Because he realized he didn't win it as much. It's disgusting. But the fact of the matter is, Lewandowski was robbed of a Ballon d'Or. This brother's prime, he should have had one. If Benzema deserves a Ballon d'Or, so did Lewandowski. Lewandowski should have had that Ballon d'Or in 2020, and they took it away from him. And I'm going to be very real. Even in 2021, I remember even saying this to some of my Barca friends. I was like, as much as Messi won the Ballon d'Or, I think Lewandowski should have won the Ballon d'Or that year. I thought he was going to win it, right? Like, unreal. If I'm just going to be honest, yeah, I know Messi that year won the Copa America in 2021, finally won his first trophy, international trophy. He won the Copa del Rey with Barcelona. He was one of Barcelona's best players. But if you look at our season, right, we were poor in the league, we were poor in the Champions League, we were poor in many areas apart from the Copa del Rey, which we won, and then he went on to win the Copa America. That's good for him. Look at Robert Lewandowski's season. The guy won everything with, I think he won the double that season, right? Won the Club World Cup, right? Broke Gerd Muller's record. Keyword, he broke Gerd Muller's record in 2021. And then in the Euros, yeah, Poland didn't do well, but Lewandowski scored 3 goals in 3 games. The guy did his thing. Even when his country were not performing well, he actually played well. So if a Ballon d'Or is about individual awards of what a player does, I think that Lewandowski should have won it in 2021. And I remember even saying this. I remember when Troops was in the Barstool Sports doing the Back Again podcast with Zah. I remember even doing like a super chat like in 2021 where I said, even as a Barca fan, I don't think he earned Messi should have won the Ballon d'Or last season. You understand what I mean, right? So respectfully, I don't think he should have won it. But look, like I mentioned, he was shafted. And look, I think if he had won the Ballon d'Or for me, that would have probably peeped many people in many fans' eyes. They would have put him ahead of Suarez because I don't think him and Suarez are far off from each other. I think that Suarez's prime was more scary, but Lewandowski, bro, Lewandowski's prime was not to be sniffed at, bro. It was not to be sniffed at. So, yeah, it is what it is. We need to keep Lewandowski until next season. Get Isaac next season. Yeah, because he's got good wingers around him. Oh, here comes the Madrid hater. People are so obsessed with youngsters like shit, with younger players and age shit, like as well as streams our games on Disney Plus and Nickelodeon. Bro, Mbappe scored one more goal than Robert Lewandowski. Keep in mind, guys, I think we lost to Robert Lewandowski. When did we lose Lewandowski during the season? Which game? Because he didn't play in both of the games against Inter Milan. So I think it was right before the Inter Milan game that we lost him, right? And yeah, he was out for like I think 5, 6, 7 games or something like that. And that's why Mbappe went on to win the Ballon to win the Golden Boot. Let's be honest. If Lewandowski wasn't injured, Mbappe wasn't winning the Golden Boot. Respectfully, that's the truth. But listen, it is what it is. Salah scored less goals than even Rafinha. Facts. Big up to my guys. It's Omar placing his house on Lewandowski. Hey, listen, man. You know what I mean, man. Lewandowski is better. I mean, listen. I'm very honest, man. I feel like in today's football now, it's not far-fetched to say that Lewandowski is better, right? Because what Lewandowski has been able to achieve in his career is incredible in a short time. So, yeah, there's no fucking way. I don't know what you mean, bro. I don't know what you mean. It's a hard debate because Lewandowski was a goal poacher while Suarez was a more all-rounded player. That's the difference. Facts. This is the thing with Suarez, right? I think that when you look at Suarez's career, guys, I think that in Suarez's prime, because of Suarez's reputation, I feel like Suarez's reputation is the reason why he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. Why he wasn't even nominated. I think that I honestly believe so, guys. Tell me what you guys are saying in the chat. Do you guys believe that? I think it was Suarez's reputation. Yeah, all the shit he did with the racist stuff, biting players. Dude, the guy wasn't a good person. You understand what I mean? Like respectfully, as a footballer, there was no sportsman-like. He had no sportsman-like. He had none of that. You understand what I mean? Right? So, to tell you the truth, I think that's why he wasn't even nominated. That's the thing. He wasn't a good person. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I didn't like Lewandowski. I've said this before. I'll say it again. When it comes to Suarez, I will acknowledge his greatness. He was a great striker. Even before he joined Barca, I knew he was a great striker. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I was one of those people who didn't like Suarez, even when he played for my club. Even when he played for my club, I didn't like the guy. I never had any respect for him. I didn't have none of that. And this is the thing. If any of you guys who watch my channel, and you guys hear me, this is not the first time I've said this. I've said this in so many places. At the end of the day, as a person, as a human being, as a guy who's a man of color, being African, to know what this brother did and the lack of remorse. Let's be honest. That is why I hated him. It wasn't necessarily that he did the racist incident. It's the way he reacted to it, right? The brother acknowledged what he did and said he did it. But because in his mind, in his culture, it's acceptable. Like, he felt that, he shouldn't have apologized. That is disgusting. Here's the thing, guys. I come from an African country. I have my own culture. But here's the thing, guys. I'm not stupid enough to go to any nation and expect that everyone is gonna blend into what I do. Sometimes I know some things that I do in my culture is not accepted in other places, and it's up to me to be smart enough to know what is right and wrong. And this is the thing with Suarez. If Suarez, after doing that racist incident, came out, apologized, said, listen, man, I genuinely didn't mean it from a bad standpoint, right? It's something that we do in our culture, and I am sincerely sorry that if you felt offended by it. It's the way he was just nonchalant, like, people try to accuse me of being racist, and, they try to ruin my image. But when he said that is when I really just, at that moment, it was sealed to me. I'm like, brother, I will hate you forever. I remember when he signed, I remember a lot of people being gassed. They were like, Omar, you're signing the best striker in the world. I said, for career-wise, yes, he's going to improve my club. But I hate this signing because I'm going to have to support a club which employs a guy like this. And here's the thing. Even as a Barca player, I fucking hated him. Bro, I'm not going to lie. I wish I was doing streaming back when he was around. You guys would have seen. I couldn't even celebrate his goals, man. I really couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to celebrate his goals. I really could not, bro. Because deep in my heart, I couldn't stand him. Bro. And people can say whatever they want. For me, you're not the first one to do what you did. But it's the way you reacted to how you did it, acknowledging that you did it, but also showing no remorse. It's the same thing with the Argentina national team. I've said about Argentina. I supported Argentina during the World Cup because of Messi. I supported them during the Copa America in 2024 because of Messi. I supported them in 2021 because of Messi. I said after I saw that racist song that they did in there, I said, Wallahi, Messi has won his awards, bro. Fuck Argentina. I said it on that day. At that moment, I said, brother, now that Messi has won it, bro, fuck this nation. Respectfully, bro. Like, listen, if you're Argentinian and I'm not insulting your nation in general. I'm insulting your national team. Okay, so before anyone starts coming at me, before people send me death threats, bro, respectfully, I have nothing against Argentina, the country. I just have a problem with your players because your players were disgusting. And you know what it is? It's not just because of the song, right? The song was disgusting enough. It's the way the people, the government, the officials of that country were just sitting there talking about, oh, we are not going to let these countries tell us what to do. Fuck off! But I remember when they said that, right? That was the moment I was like, Wallahi, bro, I hope you guys get grouped in the next World Cup. I promise you guys, I don't care if Messi is in that team. I don't care if Messi plays for Argentina, bro. I want them to get grouped next year. Get knocked out of the group, bro. You need to be humbled because you guys have been winning so much now that you're becoming arrogant, man. It's fucking disgusting. This is why now, you know what? Now it makes sense because I've met a lot of South Americans, right? And South Americans always tell me, they're like, bro, you don't want to see Argentina win stuff. Even before Argentina won stuff, everyone in South America was happy to see Argentina now win. Fuck all. Everyone. I never understood that. I was like, bro, why is there I used to think it was because of Messi. But it wasn't because of Messi. It was because of the country itself. It's because of the country of itself, man. It's the people of the country, bro. These guys are terrible winners. These guys can't just take their W and go away, bro. They have to be the most smug winners around, bro. They have to be the most disgusting winners around, bro. When they win stuff, bro, they never shut up about it. They let you know, bro. They're in your face, letting you know that they won. Nah, I had to see. I saw it firsthand. When they won that Copa America in 2021, I have a footage. It's still in my Instagram right now, guys, right? Where you saw the players, right, while they were celebrating. Messi is sitting there celebrating that he's just won his first international trophy. He's in euphoria, enjoying it. And then you had one of the Argentina players right next to him started wanting to make a song insulting the Brazilian players in front of the Brazilian fans. And you saw Messi literally having to tell the guy, no. He said, bro, this is what I mean. He was like, yo, let's enjoy this win, but no trolling today. No trolling today, guys. This is about us. This is about us winning, right? But it shows it's in their DNA. They can't just take their W, bro. They just have to be the most disgusting winners, bro. And when they won the World Cup, right? Did you remember Emiliano Martinez, bro? Right? During that tournament. When remember, right? After because Messi Mbappe scored a hat trick, right? My guy, during the celebration, had a baby Mbappe in his hand, bro. I'm like, yo, what's this for? Like, seriously, what is this for? I get that you're celebrating, bro, but brother, do you have to do this? It's not like Mbappe or the French players were saying some shit about you guys, and that's why you guys are responding like this. You guys are just being assholes. You understand what I mean? And then in 2020, and then in 2024 is for me when I finally vowed to fucking hate this nation. After this, after that incident with Enzo. That was the moment I was like, yo, this is the final straw. I'm done. I'm gonna hate this national team for the rest of my life. Fuck if Messi is there, bro. I don't care. I hope you guys get group next year, bro. I hope you guys get finished bottom of the group. I want these guys to get humble so much, bro. I've never, bro, wanted to see Messi lose so much in my life. I love Messi, but brother, I want to see you lose, bro. Because you're not because of you, because your career, because your legacy is sealed. No matter what happens in the World Cup next year, bro, your legacy is good. You understand what I mean, right? I need the rest of your country to be humble, bro, because your country have been talking too much shit, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna read your comments, man. I know I've been going off for a while. Let me start reading your comments. Look up to Yoon. Yoon says, Prime Lewandowski is above. Yeah, listen, big up to you guys, man. Smash the likes, guys. Let's get to 20 likes, man. We're almost six away from 20 likes. He says, will you call him now next season? He says Suarez scored 1 goal away from 2016 to 2022. Yeah, that's one thing we will never talk about, guys. His record in the Champions League was he was disgusting, bro. Yeah, Lewandowski is Suarez has been finished since he left Atletico. For sure. He says, that was so obvious. Lewandowski should have gotten the award for sure. He says, you are marred by recency bias. Lewandowski has gone. Bro, I don't know what you're talking about here, Wesley. Didn't I literally just say that prime-wise, Suarez was better in his prime? Now, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Dude, you can never accuse me of recency bias. My memory is as sharp as an elephant's, bro. I don't forget. Like, I still remember shit from 10 years ago like it was yesterday. So that's one thing you can never say about recency bias with me. I remember stuff, man. Yeah, we love Lewandowski since he shot at Mourinho's Real Madrid in the dam. Yeah, man, exactly, man. Hey, we remember that, man. We remember that. Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy, Levi, man. Yes, Omar, you should ask other Barca panelists about Lewandowski Suarez debate. You know what? That's a good idea. I'll probably do that tomorrow on Coolest Culture. If I'm doing Coolest Culture tomorrow, I'll talk about it. All right, whatever, man. You know what, Wesley? Fuck off. I'm done. Because you want to sit here and you want to be a troll, yeah? You can leave, man. You can leave. I'm done. Respectfully, bro, I'm not dealing with this shit. I can't be dealing with this shit, man. Unreal. Sorry, guys. I don't usually do this, guys, but here's the thing, bro. This guy always comes here just so that he can just try to get under my skin. So go ahead, man. Just leave, man. It is what it is. There's other people in here that actually want to talk ball, man. It is what it is. Anyways, let's continue here. So because it says FIFA was done. That was FIFA's hour. Oh yeah, did you ever think? You're right, man. It says there's no Barca PR. The fuck is he talking? Is what he talking? Look, guys, don't worry about it, man. We're gonna move on, man. I'm sorry, I can't deal with this shit. I can't deal with this shit. I'm not dealing with this anymore, man. Because here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna be very honest. One thing about me, and I know you guys who know me, I'm not sensitive. Okay, I have no problem with people disagreeing with my opinions. I don't have any problem people going against my opinion. But here's the thing, guys. The thing with me is I can smell a fake. You understand what I mean? Like, that's one thing about me. I can smell a phony, bro. I know when people are coming into this stream for the sole purpose of getting noticed. You understand what I mean, right? They're not here to add any important dialogue. They're not here to actually talk about this shit. No, They just want to make sure to make this show all about them so that you can just debate with them over and over and over and they can just have all the attention. You understand what I mean, right? Like, here's the thing, man. I will always talk to and I will always respond to every single one of your comments. But here's the thing, guys. Whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me, whether you're a Barca fan, Madrid fan, whoever you support, it doesn't matter, bro. I like debating everyone, right? But when I see you purposefully trying to say some shit just so that you can get under my skin or get under the skin of the people in the chat, I don't respect that, bro. Just leave, man. Just leave. Because we're just here to have banter. It's not that personal. Okay? So yeah, let's just move on, man. Lewandowski was robbed, if I can say that as a Madrid fan. Yeah, let's be real, man. I think the rest of the world, if we're not biased, should just admit that, yeah, the guy was robbed. He should have won a Ballon. The fact that he had 2 opportunities to win it and they didn't give it to him is a disgrace. So do you people know? Oh yeah. That's true. See, this is the thing, right? Obviously, I was a little too young for that. I was too young to remember the Nedved Henry thing. However, the way a lot of Arsenal fans and a lot of people who I talk to talk about that award, many people believe that Henry should have won it. Now, this is the thing. If I'm going to be honest, I think that maybe Henry should have won it. Now, here's why I think Henry should have won it, right? It's because if you look at Henry's numbers that season, he cooked. And most importantly, the guy won the league, invincible, right? He won a trophy that season. I don't think Nedved even won a trophy that season. Yes, people are going to say that season, I think that season they went to the Champions League final, right? That season they went to the Champions League final. So I hear the whole situation, but respectfully, you didn't win anything. Right? Respectfully, you didn't win anything. It's not like we can sit there and say, but talent-wise, this guy was just more talented and this guy played better for his team. Henry was literally playing out of his skin and actually won something. So what will make underrated players win the Ballon d'Or? Bro, let's be honest, man. Even in this season, right? I've even said before, why is it that a player like Vitinha is not even been put in the list for Ballon d'Or this season? If you really think about it, Vitinha has been one of the best midfielders in the world, right? The guy has been one of the best midfielders in the world. And most importantly, he's won every trophy that he's participated in for club or country. But this is the thing, right? It's because the media have made it about... Because here's the thing, right? The media are the ones who always do this. Because you remember in the start of the season, they chose Rafinha as the Ballon d'Or contender. It was going to be Rafinha's season. Rafinha. It's only around the tail end of the season that people started talking about Yamal. Then they started talking about Dembele because PSG were doing so well. So now it's Dembele and Yamal. So whatever any other player is doing, no matter how well they're playing, those guys are going to be the contenders. It's disgusting. If we're just going to be objective, if you look just looking at performances, Vitinha has been one of the best midfielders in the world. Yes, so has Pedri. Casper, that's true. So has Pedri. But the reason for me I would pick Vitinha this season is because he's actually won. His performances has actually helped him, his club and country win everything. And that's why he should be in the conversation. But bro, he's not going to be in the conversation because it's all about PR, bro. It's all about PR. So yeah, it is what it is. Underrated players, they're never going to get the love, man. Omar, Barcelona still have money issues. No, we don't. We just, you know what it is? I've said it before, I'll say it again. We have money. People who try to convince you that we don't have, this is why, right? You know what? This is why a lot of these people who watch our one Barcelona go spend 50, 60, 70 million. Everyone's like, but how does Barcelona have all this money? I thought Barcelona broke. Because they're all convinced that we're broke. So when we actually go out and spend all this massive money on these players, how are we doing it? We have the money. It's just that in La Liga have rules and salary caps that stops us from registering players. So even if we sign the players that we want to sign, registering them is going to be another thing. So that's why Barcelona don't go out to buy the players. Look up to Angelo Reyes, man. He says it's a South American thing. They are very racist. I'm not surprised. Yeah, that's true, but Argentina are the worst. I'm gonna be very honest, man. I've spoken to some of my Barcelona content, some of my South American friends. They always tell me, they're like, "Yes, South America, you know, the whole Negro thing. It's a regularity over there." But yeah, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, Argentina apparently are the worst. They just hated them. Apparently everybody in South America hates them. So yo, big up to my guy Florentino Perez, and big up to you, and listen, big up to Don C, man. Big up to my brother Don C, man. How you doing, brother? How are you doing, man? I hope you're doing good, bro. Sorry I didn't see your message. I didn't see your message a little late. He says Nelson Semedo wasn't even talking to Suarez. Facts. Facts. Yo, big up Bassam, bro. Big up to you, man. He says, Suarez such a victim person. This guy, I can't stand him as a person. That's exactly what I'm saying. See, this is the reason. This is the thing. I can acknowledge a player's greatness without acknowledging them as a person. As a person, I fucking hate the guy. He's a disgusting human being. Okay? But as a footballer, yes, he's one of the greatest footballers, one of the greatest strikers to ever play the game. That's a fact. You have to like it, but it's the truth. Cancel Omar. I would like to see them try. Same Omar. When Messi won the World Cup, I was like, screw you. I was like, yeah, screw you guys. Y'all grown up assholes acting childish. Facts, bro. Facts. They are the most disgusting people, man. He says after Messi won the World Cup. Yep. Exactly, Don C. Bro. Honestly, bro, they are, man. They are genuine. Bro, think about this for 1 second, right? All of the why is it that all the South American nations, or basically most of the South American nations, have black people except Argentina? Have you ever met a black Argentinian? Please, guys, if you've ever met a black Argentinian, put it in the chat. And no trolls, guys. Let me know. I am telling you now, bro. I don't think in my lifetime I've ever met anybody who's from Argentina. On the real, dude, it's crazy. It really is crazy, man. That country, like I've seen black Brazilians, obviously. I've seen even Uruguay, right? As much as Suarez, the prick is from there. Even that country, I've seen black players in that country. I've seen black players from Ecuador, right? They have a lot of black players. Venezuela have black players. Who else have black players? Who else, guys? I think I've seen. I think Chile also have black players. I remember Bosa Joe is black. So yeah, that country also has black players. Argentina is the only country where all of their players are generally white. You don't even see like melanated players play for their country, bro. Not even melanated players, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. My guy Adesanya. Oh, my guy Nielsen. Where you been, bro? He says that was Rodrigo who wanted to throw. Dude, exactly. Oh yeah, you remember the footage of the one where Rodrigo De Paul, man. What a shock. He's another asshole, man. I saw you run with David Goggins. Oh what no, so I'm Adesanya now. You see these guys here. The only players I respect in Argentina are Dybala, Messi, McAllister, and players like De Paul, Paredes, Otamendi. They can all fuck off. F4. Yeah, man. No respect for them, bro. Mbappe did speak about Argentina and South America. Oh, you know what? That is true, though. However, here's the thing, Angelo. Let's be honest. If we're just gonna be objective, it wasn't because of that thing. Was it? Guys in the chat, let me know. You know what? Yo, listen, guys. Hold on. Wesley, I'm not even dealing with you, bro. Get out. I'm dead serious, man. I'm not dealing with you, man. I'm not dealing with you. Get out, bro. I'm not dealing with you, man. Anyway, sorry guys. I just had to do that, man. Because I'm not gonna let anybody try to ruin my mood, man. Anyway, here we go. He says that he did speak on Argentina. Now that's true, but here's the thing, right? I don't necessarily think that what he said is the reason why they were trolling. I think they were gonna troll regardless. Do you understand what I mean, right? That's the thing, bro. It's an Argentinian thing, respectfully. It's an Argentina thing. They don't need motivation. That's the thing with Argentina. See, the thing with me is you can troll a country if they call you out. If they call you out, right? I think that when you look at Mbappe, he wasn't just calling out Argentina. He was calling out South America, and it wasn't because of that. Argentina don't need other clubs other nations to say anything for them to be trolls, to be assholes, bro. I'm telling you, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it with them, man. Now they need to be humbled, man, and we need to see that humbling. We need that humbling soon, man. This Argentina team. No, for sure. And you know, it's every Argentina team, man. They're all disgusting, bro. Welcome to my world, Omar Facts, man. Wesley can fucking hold. Yeah, man. Listen, man. I am not dealing with no. Listen, guys. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me. Listen. I love debating you guys in the chat. I love debating every one of you guys. Right? It's no, none of that is the issue, right? As long as we were actually having actual sensible conversation. If you're just coming here just to say things, just so that you can disrupt the whole chat and everything and make it about you, man, I'm gonna kick you out. I'm sorry. Somebody had to ruin the vibe. I bet Wesley has zero ball knowledge. Bro, I don't care, man. He can go take his ball knowledge somewhere else. Says, I agree with you completely. I'm Mexican and have no idea how many Mexicans have and you have no. Oh yeah, that is true. By the way, guys, I have to say this, man. I don't know why Messi did that thing. Do you guys remember in the Coca-Cola Champions League against that Mexican team? He was doing a celebration. I think the reason he did that, and I'm not obviously just defending it, I think because it's out of character, because Messi doesn't usually do that, right? I think the reason why Messi did that is because the fans of that stadium were like calling him out, and he did the whole. He won they won 3 World Cups, and Mexico have won 0 or some shit like that. But yeah, that's true though. One thing I do know, Mexicans do hate Argentinians for sure. And you know what's funny about Mexico, right? Funny enough, Angela Reyes, right? I used to think of the Mexico. I used to think, yo, why is it that I've never seen a black Mexican? Funny enough, recently I saw a black Mexican player. When I saw it, I was like, yo, this is actually so cool, It's actually very, very cool. I did not think this was gonna happen. I did not think it was gonna happen. It was so cool to see like a black player, because I know there are black Mexicans. I know people have told me that there are black Mexicans. It's very hard to actually see them because they're a minority over there in Mexico. But to see actually one of them actually play for the national team was actually pretty cool. Yeah, man. So Wesley wasn't disagreeing. He was in the opposite direction of what you're saying. Exactly, bro. If I say anything positive, he says something negative. If I say something negative, he says something positive. Do you see what I mean? It's about trying to get a reaction. It's not necessarily, let's all agree and we can all agree to disagree. No, it's about, I want to make this about me. It says, Nedved only in 2004, and another player talked about being robbed. The player who was robbed was Deco because he won the treble with Porto. Yes, that is true. That is 100% true. Yeah, Don, see, that's true, bro. Yo, you know what? I've never been to Mexico, man. I need to actually go there on vacation, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. When I start traveling, I'm gonna go to Mexico, man. I'm gonna go to Cancun. You feel me? Yeah, I've heard Cancun. Cancun is a nice city, man. I might go there, but definitely. Deco is definitely one of them. In 2004, Deco won the Champions League. He got the move to Barcelona from that whole thing, and he wasn't even rewarded, man. It's disgusting. Facts. How Pedri and on top, I don't know. Oh, it's a fact. You know why? Because they don't have the numbers. Everything is about numbers, man. Gosh, but Vitinha did not lose a single trophy. You're right. Facts. Dude, the guy literally, did you guys see him in the Nations League? The guy in the Nations League, when they were 1-0 down against Germany, came on, him and Conceição completely changed the game. For sure, man. Also, Omar, for coolest culture, ask the panelists if Suarez Marquinhos pen incident from the PSG comeback. Listen, man, I'm going to be very, very real with you. That was definitely a dive. Let's call it that for it. I know people now want to just it was a dive, man. It was a dive. It was a scumbaggery from Suarez. It was just Suarez being Suarez. I'm gonna be very honest. This is why when Barcelona, when people tell me, Barcelona, what Barcelona, this and this, I'm like, nah, man. Hey, listen. The referee screwed you guys over, but brother, Suarez is an asshole. He knew what he was doing. Yo, big up Hope, man. Big up Hope. How you doing, bro? He says, sup, Omar. So back on the striker situation. What I said yesterday, would you take Kolo? Nah, I think Kolo Muani I think he's found his place at Juventus. Right? I don't think, obviously, Lewandowski will be there it will be with us next season. But, after that next season, I think this season, if you look at the players that we're trying to sign, like the fullbacks, if we sign all these players, then that means next season, right, potentially the only player we need to look for is a striker. So we'll put all our money in trying to buy a new striker. You understand what I mean? I'm all good, bro. Here to support always, brother. Thank you so much for this support, man. Yo, big up to Don C, guys. Big up to Don C. Don smash the like, guys. We're still on 16 likes, guys. Well, we've almost been an hour in here. We're only on 16 likes, guys. Come on, man. Let's get the likes up in here, guys. Come on, man. Get the likes up. It says Lewandowski is leaving. Let's go all out for Yokara since AFC won't be joined. I mean, listen. Imagine if we actually even did that. Imagine if we did, man. That would be so funny. That would be so funny if we did that, man. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, it says, what do you mean with salary caps? There was a reason. Yeah, salary caps, bro. In La Liga, there's salary caps for every club. Basically, that's called the 101 rule. The 101 rule that you keep hearing about, that's what it is, the salary cap. If every club has a salary cap that they reach, right? If they go beyond that salary cap, right, they will not be able to register any new players. They will have to sell to be able to register those players. That's why right now Barcelona, we're able to register what's his name, Joan Garcia. But if we do sign Nico Williams, we have to make sure that we sell an Ansu Fati or one of those guys. You understand what I mean? So that's why you see Ansu Fati is being linked out of the club. Gerard Martin is linked out of the club. You understand what I mean, right? Hector Ford, another one. Pablo Torre. We're just trying to basically just get all these players out of the books. So yeah. He says, love Messi, hate Argentina. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Facts. The settlers from Argentina are Nazi Germans. They hate colors and Jews. I mean, bro, the thing with Don C is he's not lying, bro. Do your history. I'm actually like, this is all in the history books, man. After World War II, let's be honest, right? When the Nazis, I'm sorry, I don't want to even use that word on stream, right? But guys, if you guys want to know, go do your Wikipedia. You guys will find out. Trust me. Don C is not making this up. He's not making this up. Argentinians are not even Argentinians at all. They are Italians, Germans, and Spanish. Facts. I'm Polish. What's his name? Dybala is half Polish, right? Maybe we don't even know this. Right? My guy's grandfather is actually from Poland. Yeah, Kashma, he's from your ends, man. There's no lie. Argentina don't have any black players, man. It's mad. Bro, I've seen, in 2002, Poland had a black player. I've seen more black players play for Poland than Argentina, bro. How disgusting is that? How disgusting is that? Anyways. Let's keep moving. It says, gosh, my brother. It says, Wesley got sent to another universe. Yeah, man. Yeah, get this guy out of here, man. Argentina are not the problem. Argentina is not the problem. It is the national team. Bro, here's the thing. Like I mentioned, I don't hate the country itself. I cannot hate a country I've never been to. You understand what I mean, right? It's more of the fact that for me, it's just some of the stuff that I see. It's not even that things I heard, because people say anything they want if they don't like people. But respectfully, right? Some things that I hear it doesn't bode well. Yo, big up to MSB. Big up to you, man. Listen, welcome to the channel. Make sure you smash the like button, man. Make sure you smash the like. I'm sorry, subscribe to the channel. Anyways, it says I find Argentinians to be a little vile on the race thing. People don't talk about it, but it's the truth, man. Messi should have gone and played for Spain. You know what? That would have been a lot easier. And you know what? He would have probably won a World Cup. He would have won a World Cup way before. I need Spain to spank Argentina in the Felicima final. I actually do as well. Mexico is a beautiful country. Been there many times and loved it. For sure. Listen, I would definitely go in there, man. Big up to MB says, what are your thoughts on the UCL draft? I honestly feel like that needs immediate change. Absolutely. I think that if you look at Barcelona, sorry, Ems. Sorry. But thanks for being here. But yeah, as far as your question is concerned, yeah, I think that next season we need to deal with that. That's why this season is very important for us to go and find and buy the players that fit the system, right? We've just got a new keeper. Let's get 2 new fullbacks. We're about to sign a left winger. I feel like if we do all of those things, then we are ready to challenge for the Champions League next season. You understand what I mean? So for me, that's a fact. Let's just go out there. Let's play to our best, right? Let's get the players that we need and get ready to win the Champions League. You're right, man. Dude, it's been 10 years now. 10 years without a Champions League, man. Come on, man. We have to change that. That has to change, man. A club like Barcelona shouldn't been going this long, man. That Porto squad were very underrated. You know what? That is true. That Portugal squad in 2004 was definitely that Mourinho, and they had a lot of notable players. It's not even that team wasn't even terrible. It's not like that team was like a bunch of bums. Right? They actually had a very, very good team. Let's actually pull this up. 2003, 2004. Look at the team that they had into. Look at this. Look at the players they had, right? Nuno Espirito Santo was in that team, guys. My guy Nuno was actually there, guys. Look, Ricardo Carvalho. They had Ricardo Carvalho, Ricardo Costa, Nuno Valente was in the team, right? Look. Bosingua was in this team. Costinha was in this team. Manish, you guys remember Manish, right? He was also in this team, right? Deco was in this team. Carlos Alberto was in this team. Who else was in this team? Quaresma was also in this team. Conceição, Sergio Conceição who was a good winger at the time, was also there. Helta Postiga, Luis Fabiano was in this team. Dude, look at this. Hugo Almeida. They had a lot of great. Look at the players that they had in this time, bro. This Porto team was actually was better than many people think. You know, this team was actually better than many people think. But yeah, guys, smash the likes, guys. Let's get to 20 likes. We're one away from 20 likes. Yeah, he's Polish. Dybala and Hector Ford are Polish. Facts. But that's such a weird thing. I never even knew Hector Juan Foyt was Polish. It's all good. I'm sorry about that. It says Foyt is Polish. I didn't even know that. Crazy, isn't it? So he waited 14 years to win our second UCL. Facts. I mean, listen, we've been spoiled the past few years, man. What does Dani Olmo have space in this Barca team? I think he still has a place in this team. Of course, I think he has space in this team. Don't get it twisted. I think that as a number 10, he should be our number 10 next season. Right? But the thing with Dani Olmo is he's injury prone. So we can't even rely on him to play every week. That's why it's going to be, I feel like that's why it's going to work out, because he's going to, always switch. You know what I mean? He's always going to switch. So, anyways, it says, I believe he mentioned it at some point. It says, big up to M, says, from a Barca fan. Not that it should be put everywhere, but what is your honest thought about the Yamal situation? Is it a little worrying that a 17-year-old isn't it worrying that a 17-year-old there is no steering him? I'm not gonna lie, it does worry me a little bit. It does, because he's the thing is, I get it, right? Football, at the end of the day, he's a young kid. He's obviously, you can tell, right? And this is the thing, I've said it before. Teenage boys, right? I've been a teenager. Most of us here are grown up. We all remember our teenage phases when our hormones hit, right? All these things happen. He's at that age now where, he's starting to explore relationships and all that. And for me, I just feel like he needs people around him to really steer him right. He cannot, he needs to be very careful. You understand what I mean, right? For me, I've said it before, I'm going after the chick, because the chick is, I know yesterday people were telling me, but the age of consent in Spain is 16. I don't care if it's 16, bro. You're 30. You're going to be 30 this year. What are you doing hanging around a 17-year-old? Like, this is ridiculous. The thing with Yamal is, he's a kid. He's a kid, bro. I feel like his father, his parents, those are the people that need to be like, yo, relax. You're moving mad, bro. You're moving mad. And this is the thing, man. I am worried because I seriously hope this doesn't affect his career, man. You need to chill, man. You need to chill. You're having all of this fame, you're having all of this attention, but brother, good God Almighty, man, you need to relax. I get it, man. When you're famous, when you're rich and famous, bro, all the girls are gonna be attracted to you, man. It's the natural. Let's be honest. If Yamal was always gonna attract all of the chicks, man, that's a fact, right? right? We all know that. But brother, relax. Relax, bro. It says hit the like targets. Sub the channel 30 likes is the target. Yo, listen, how many likes are we on now? Let me actually count. 21 likes. Yo, big up to you guys for making it to 20 likes. Get us to 30 before the end of the stream, guys. It says Danny Olmo has space for sure. I mean, Flick wanted him at Bayern Munich, and now he's had him at and he ain't selling him. And by the way, you know that we all know that when it comes to Danny Olmo, it's not like he's spoiled for choices, because you've seen City are basically trying to sign him, right? This season they tried to sign him before they brought in Turkey, but we just killed it. We're like, hell no. With the amount of games coming up, it's good to have players that can play in different positions. Thank you. There you go. There you go. The woman said he's even 29. Bro, this is what I mean, man. This chick is so shameless, man. He sat there and said, I'm not even 30. Like, that's a bad thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Yo, you're 29. I'm sorry. You're 29. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't realize, because I thought 30 was too old. But turns out you're 29, so you're not actually that old. Crazy, man. Crazy. It's modern football, man. You need to learn how to play in multiple positions. Facts. And having players that play in multiple positions help. If you look at Arsenal, that's what Arteta is trying to do. This is why Arteta doesn't go out and buy players in like one position. Like, he's not like, instead of going out and bringing in like a Gyökeres who's an actual striker, he would rather go and get a Sesko who he can play in the striker, but also play him in the left wing or the right wing or center forward or do something. He likes playing all those players, but sometimes, so you need some of these players that can play in all the positions, but sometimes you just need a fixed player in one position. That's why we have Lewandowski. Lewandowski is a striker. He's not a winger. He's not an attacking midfielder. He's none of that. He's just a striker. That is his position. You understand what I mean, right? Danny Olmo is a number 10 that can play as a center forward. He can play out in the wings, right? You have Rafinha who can play in the center, in the false 9. He can play in the attacking midfield as a shadow striker, right? And he can play on the right and the left, right? So you don't need all of your attackers to all be able to play multiple positions. You maybe need like one or two that can play in different positions, right? So that you can be like, well, I can move him here, I can move him there. He can play a lot of games. This is why when people say, oh, but if Barca sign Nico Williams, then Rafinha is not going to play anymore. Bro, Rafinha can play in so many different positions. He can literally play. He's going to play every single game, whether he's starting or on the bench, because he can play in different positions. We can start him in the 10 today. Then next week he's on the wing. Then he's on the right wing to replace Yamal, or he's in the false 9 replacing Lewandowski. This is simple, man. It's simple. It says game is game. My guy is here. It says the woman is crazy though. Listen, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Without a strong supporting system, it's hard to keep it on trails. Also, there is a player that mentioned, when fun is more off the pitch, the passion and slowly dies and fades away from football. That is true. If you think about that, you think about all of the party footballers, right? Especially the Brazilians. Like, remember, like, look at Ronaldinho, bro. Ronaldinho, if we're all just gonna be honest, I think Ronaldinho peaked after 2007. After 2007, Ronaldinho peaked. Ronaldinho is my favorite player of all time. My favorite player of all time. He's the GOAT in my eyes. But the brother after 2007 was not the same, guys. He was finished. Why? Because the brother was a party animal. The guy never slept. The guy would go play games in the day, and after the game was over, he was in the nightclub all night. You hear stories of Ronaldinho coming to training drunk. You understand what I mean? This guy was, for him, football was like a part-time thing. For him, partying was full-time, and playing football was part-time. Same thing applies with R9. Even though he was one of the greatest strikers to ever play the game, the guy was also a party animal, right? Even some not notable players, even like a Kevin Prince Boateng, I remember him even talking about it recently in a documentary, where he even said that looking back now, there was a lot of things in his life he would have changed, because he was a very bad boy growing up. This is why I'm worried about Yamal. Yamal needs to be very careful, bro. This is why Yamal needs the people around him, bro. Because I don't think he's going to completely fall off a cliff now. But if he starts embracing this party lifestyle, enjoying life always trying to do the most. At the end of the day, bro, he might not have too long in the game. He might not have the longevity of a Messi, of a Suarez, of a Ronaldo and all these guys. No. And that would be a travesty if it happened. That's why he needs to be careful. Because I feel like with kids like him, man, they just need to realize, dude, don't rush, man. Like, here's the thing with me, right? I don't have the talent of Yamal, but clearly, but the thing is, I'm raised very differently. I was raised in a very civilized household. If I was the age of Yamal, I wouldn't even stress. You want to know why? Because if I know how good I am and how much attraction I have to myself, and I'm 17, I'm going to be like, yo, I don't care, man. I'm just going to focus on football. I'm going to become the best footballer in the world. I'm going to do everything that needs to be done. I'm going to be absolutely cooking. I'm going to make sure to secure my legacy. And you know what's funny, bro? When I get into my 20s, the more bigger I become, bro, the more attraction I'm going to get. I don't even need to find these girls. These girls will find me. Like, I feel like that's the thing with Yamal. Yamal is too much in a rush. And that's normal because he's a kid. He's such a curious kid. But he needs people around. This is where you need people, grown-ups around you to tell you, man. To be like, yo, relax. I know, man. I know you're in a teenage life. You're trying to enjoy life, but brother, you're gonna regret this. You're gonna regret this. You don't wanna live life fast. You're living life way too fast, man. Trust me. You're so young. You still got so much time, bro. You can enjoy the beauties of life, bro. But you're overdoing it. You're overdoing it, bro. That's what he needs. Anyway, the message from Yamal, this prostitute Yamal insisted on. By the way, guys, you know this chick is an OF model, right? This is why this chick is so shameless. Because most of the time, OF fans are like this. Every time I see OF fans on YouTube talk about things, like anything. Like anytime you listen to them, right? Listen to OF fans whenever they talk about just normal stuff. They sound so incoherent. They sound like they didn't even go to school, bro. I'm being dead serious. They sound like they're retards. No, straight up. They genuinely sound like they're retards. Like they sound like they don't know what they're talking about. They have never been to school before. This is why when this chick was moving like this, I said, bro, you're moving like a standard OF model. On the real, bro. Oh my days. It says, I pray he stays locked in. Well, that's the hope for all of us, man. Hit and run, Yamal. I think FC Barcelona should look at Lautaro. Hell no! No. I don't care if he scored today. Bro, this Lautaro Martinez guy is a bum. No, man, he's a bum. Fuck that, man. For me, the strikers I want to get next season, get me either Isaac or Alvarez. And both players are linked to my club, so I'm good. The same with a lot of football fans, Omar. When players are linked to clubs and get the player at 22 while the other targets is 23, all that makes a difference. Yeah, for sure. It's Julian, not Lautaro. Facts. Enjoying this. Yo, big up, Ems. I'm glad that you're enjoying this. Speak it more, Neymar as well. I feel like Neymar is another one. You know, right now he's in Brazil right now, right? I feel like with Mbappe, with Yamal being in Brazil, if I was Neymar, and this is like his idol, I feel like it's Neymar who should actually like advise this kid. Because here's the thing with Neymar, right? If you look at Neymar's life, forget about just football. This brother is the embodiment of living your life too fast. Because think about it. Neymar became a father at what? 17, 18? You understand what I mean, right? He became a father at a very young age, right? He was someone who always tried to enjoy the fast life. Do you understand what I mean, right? And let's be honest, it's that consistency of always enjoying the fast life all the time, which eventually ended up ruining the potential career he could have had. Because don't get it twisted, Neymar is still one of the greatest footballers of our generation, right? This generation, but he could have been so much more. He could have been so much more, and he's not. He's not. Why? One, because at the end of the day, he made terrible career decisions. But two, the guy, you know, he enjoyed his hype. He believed his own hype. So for me, when it comes to Neymar, I feel like Neymar should really talk to a guy like he should talk to Yamal and give Yamal advice and tell Yamal, listen, man, you are the future, man. I remember when I was you, because let's be honest, people might, maybe some people don't have the enough the memory, but I remember in 2009, 2010, Neymar had the same hype as Yamal. Maybe not in Europe, but in Brazil, people knew Neymar. Neymar was the next big thing, bro. Santos Neymar was, bro, one of the best, one of my favorite footballers of all time. That's Santos Neymar, bro. And I'm not talking about Santos Neymar now. I'm talking about Santos Neymar in the 2010s. You understand what I mean, right? He was cooking. He was absolutely ripping football to shreds. And his career was going perfectly well. I know the guy was still partying and doing all that, but clearly he still had one mind in football, right? So he was still doing well. He made career decisions. He went to Barcelona. He was cooking. He had it all. He could have had everything. He was in the right trajectory. And then in the end, one false, terrible move, and then everything just went crashing down. And I feel like with Neymar, that's what he needs to teach Yamal. He needs to teach Yamal to be very, very careful of the people he has around him and not to live life too fast. Because that's what Neymar did. Neymar was at Barcelona, right, in the shadow of Messi, doing his thing, but because he was in such a hurry to be the main man, he chose to leave. If Neymar was just patient, he could have been, Messi would have passed him the keys. That's the sad thing. It's not like, see, this is not like a Ronaldo thing where Ronaldo always has the mindset of, I'm the best, I'm the main man, I can still do it myself. You understand what I mean, right? Messi was willing to step aside. Messi knew when Neymar arrived that Neymar was the future, Neymar was the prince, Neymar was the guy that was going to be the next king. He was going to be the one to carry the number 10 after Messi left, right? And all of this stuff, Messi understood that. That's why Messi was always happy to work with Neymar. That's why he was always trying to give Neymar the shine. He always gave him the penalties. He would give him free kicks. He would give him everything. Why? Because he wanted him to embrace being the man. Because he wanted him to embrace it so much so that at one point when he was ready to take over the mode, Messi would just step aside and say, all right, bro, do your thing. I'm just going to be your general behind you now. You just do your thing. Look at what Messi did when he was at a PSG with Neymar and Mbappe. Messi wasn't shooting anymore. He wasn't trying to take penalties. He wasn't trying to take any of these things. He was just calm. He was just calm. He was just sitting there like, pass it to Neymar, pass it to Mbappe, pass it. Because that's what he wanted. He didn't want to be the main man. He knew at his age, he wanted to have longevity, but also he wanted to do the things that was done for him when he was a kid, when he had Ronaldinho, when he had Deco, when he had Eto'o, when he had all of these guys who gave him the shine. Guys like Henry, they give him the shine. They were like, all right, man, you're the man now, bro. Take over the team. He wanted that. And he wanted Neymar to be that guy. But unfortunately, Neymar couldn't see beyond it, man. The brother just saw the money that they offered him at PSG. And then just like that, bro, his mindset just went away. It's a sad state of affairs, man. You hear stories that he came drunk. Yeah, exactly, man. Ronaldinho, that's true. So, bro, the best player Barcelona ever, bro, was Alexander. Oh, here we go. Big up Enjovi, man. He says, Yamal claims he doesn't drink. But, yeah, I'm worried. He needs to be careful, man. There's a story about Dino. He stayed under AC Milan a whole night with wet clothes in PSG and got so cold that he was unavailable to fly for a party in Spain. There you go, man. This is the people we're talking about, man. It says Yamal met Neymar. Who knows, bro? Same trajectory coming, man. Hopefully not. I hope not, man. I really hope not. For the sake of this kid's career, because I think that if Yamal keeps his head down, this is gonna be controversial, guys. But I think that Yamal could have the career of the Messi and Ronaldo in this generation. People can say I'm overreaching. I'm not, guys. Look at what this brother is doing at his age. Look at the things that this brother is doing at his age, bro. This kid has the world in his hands, bro, right now. And every year, he's just proving people wrong. I'm telling you, Messi was a player who had hype from the moment he came out of La Masia. But even Messi himself wasn't this good at 17. You understand what I mean? Ronaldo wasn't this good at 17. I'll be honest with you. The only players that I would say were good around this time at 17 were probably R9 because he was a Cruzeiro doing his thing, and Rooney in 2003, 2004, right? 2002, 2003, 2004. You understand what I mean, right? These were the players that were cooking like this. But now, I'm looking at this kid doing all this stuff. I'm like, brother, you look at a guy like Wayne Rooney. Yeah, Owen, thank you. Owen is another one, right? But Owen was like 19. So Owen didn't really break. We didn't see the best of Owen until he was like 19. I'm not like 17. That's why I'm using Rooney. Because Rooney, when he came out at Everton, bro, he came like a house on fire. You understand what I mean, right? But that's for me when it comes to Yamal. Yamal, for me, he's like the best one out of all of these guys I've just mentioned. And also Pele as well, because Pele won the World Cup at 17. So, yeah. But it's just that for me, you have to be smart. Because a guy like Wayne Rooney, he was looking like the next big thing. But the thing with Rooney is, bro, let's be honest, look at the controversies that have been surrounding Rooney. It's a lot of the reason why he never reached the level he could have reached. Let's be honest. He should be using this off season to improve his game. I really hope he does not win the Ballon d'Or this year. I don't know. I don't think he will, but we'll see what happens, man. He's doing kid stuff, not to worry. He's not like Ronaldinho. He's actually well disciplined during the season. I hope you're right, bro. M says the fall starts slowly, doesn't just happen over one season. I seriously hope, bro. I seriously hope he doesn't, man. For the sake of himself, man. As long as Flick is the coach, Yamal will get better professionally. Here's the hope. It says his parents seem too young, and his entourage is full of family who seem easily taking advantage of him. That is what worries me, to be honest, because I know I've said this before recently when what's his name? Mo was calling out Yamal and he was talking about his parents. Here's the thing, right? I get his parents, his father was a guy. Let's be honest, his father was also young when he became a father. I think he was like 17 or 18 when he had a father. This is why it's so weird, man. Like, come on, like your son is the same age as you were when he was born. Did you think was it easy for you? Why are you not trying to teach your son? Man, it's just all kinds of stupid stuff. But I feel like, the child just needs to, I feel like he just needs to be in his son's life, man. Like, come on. Get your son is doing all of this. But brother, your son has so much more he can do. He's not even reached his best yet. And you're just letting him do this. All right, man, whatever, man. He says, they lose brain cells from their jobs. That's why. These OF models have no boundaries. Facts. They really don't. Just what happened to the girls crying, stressing out over nude pics leaks, and now they're hella embracing it. Hey, listen, man. It's modern day society, man. This is modern day society for you, man. There's no. What's the name? What's the word again? There's no morality anymore, man. Now, bro, there's no morality in the world, man. You doing a watch along for the Thunder Pacers game 7? No, I'm going to work. After this stream, I'm actually going to work. So no. I'll probably be on Flawless's playback. I'll be in the playback with Flawless and Jez and those guys. But yeah, sorry, but no. Fluminense are 1-0 up. All right, man. The sad thing is he got way too many distractions fast. Neymar, that is. Facts. Who can be Messi to who can be like Messi to Yamal? Yes. No, Yamal needs advice from CR7 and Messi. Yeah, I would say that too. But you know what it is also, Enjovi, right? The reason why I said Neymar is because Neymar is somebody that's actually lived the life that Yamal is living right now. See, Messi and CR7 have always been professional from children. You understand what I mean? Since they were youngsters, like Messi wasn't a bad boy growing up. Neither was CR7, right? These guys were professional from a young age. So, getting advice from those people is always going to be great. And I'm sure, he will take it. But I think the best advice you can get from someone is someone who's actually where you are now, who had the hype that you had and is doing the same things you're doing. You understand what I mean, right? That's the person that can really, really give you the best advice, because guess what? That guy has lived your life and he can tell you what's gonna happen if you don't stop doing the things that you know. So yeah, I always says Lautaro is an overrated player. 100%, he is. He's definitely overrated. It's sad to see how people carry so much darkness inside that they go so far as to wish death upon someone they don't even know. What other projects say more about them than it does about me? That's true, man. That's true, man. Some people, they just have too much. They're just disgusting. Neymar therefore gave him some good advice. There's no way a father of two not telling the father of two is therefore gave him advice. There's no way a father of two is telling a 17-year-old to party. Facts, man. He's just, you know what it is? I don't think, obviously, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, Yamal, you shouldn't enjoy life. Listen, Yamal's a teenager. Of course he is. Just don't let it interfere with your career, because football is your career. You want to build a legacy. Yes, enjoy your life outside of football. You don't always have to do like the CR7 or the Kobe Bryant, RIP, guys like Kobe Bryant or like Cristiano, who did football was like obsessive. It was like sport. Their sport was like the most obsessive thing. Like nothing else in the world mattered apart from that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, right? That's a crazy way of living life, right? I think, enjoy life, but also, know when to play, know when to work, and know when to play. You understand what I mean, right? Enjoy life, but when it's time to be professional, be professional. That's why for me, I'm not even saying he shouldn't enjoy his end of season. Just be careful. Don't overdo it. You understand what I mean, right? And stay away from these OF models, man. They're going to ruin your life, bro. They're going to ruin your life. Trust me. That's her, by the way, when she started crying because he claimed that people sent her death threats. Well, guess what, bro? You're going out with a minor. How about that? That's disgusting, man. You're right the way you said it. Facts. It says, look up what Santos coach said about Neymar. He said he's breeding a monster. The minute we realize, we are breeding a monster. The minute we realized what he had become, it was too late. Look at what happened. Yamal with clapbacks. Omar, thoughts on how Barcelona will stay fit through the season. Don't worry, man. Listen, it's the end of the season. Season just ended not too long ago. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, man. Like, players are out there enjoying life. Preseason, July, preseason starts. Players will be back. It is what it is. This air conditioner is not similar. Yeah, this guy says, towards the end of your career is becoming a little unnecessary and over the top on what you're saying. It's making me peeved. Facts. Facts. Your man can be at his best, bro. 100%. Says, y'all seen Reshade's new post? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Yo, man, Ronnie is a proper gunman. Yo, I've been hearing a lot about this Ronnie guy. By the way, guys, keep it locked in here, guys. Next Blaugrana Buzz, I'm gonna try to see, more about this guy, and then I'm gonna talk about him on probably the next show. You feel me, right? Because I've been hearing about this Ronnie guy, man. They've been talking a lot about him. He said Omar falls now and Lewandowski losing prominence due to age. He says, with Yamal at a young age, he has people around him that will steer him correctly. He needs people around him that can steer him correctly. He falls for the hype and the money life, and he will be like James Rodriguez, Lingard, forgotten ballers. Facts. That's why, if you guys remember, even in the Nations League, the way he kind of reacted after they lost, I didn't really like it. I was like, bro, he looked so salty. Like, don't be salty, man. You know what I mean, right? Like, you just relax, man. It says Trent also has family, man, who are his agent. Yeah, that's true, man. But listen, Trent is doing his thing. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. Listen, I'm only judging by what I see. I'm not sitting here saying that at the end of the day, his parents are bad parents. Before people start thinking, I'm saying, he's saying they're bad parents. I'm not. I'm saying that at the end of the day, you've lived this life. You were a young father, tried to teach your son, because let's be real, I'm sure. And here's the thing, guys, like I mentioned, I'm just speculating here. This is not me saying this happened, but let's be real. If you have a child at that age, that wasn't something I'm sure he didn't plan. Like respectfully, if you have a child at that age, that's not something you plan. You understand what I mean, right? Now, obviously, you step up as the father because you didn't, even though you didn't plan it. But at the end of the day, you just have to be careful. He needs to make sure that his son doesn't fall for that, where he can also fuck up and also not get an unplanned child like that. Because I'm telling you, man, having a child at that age is not easy. I'm sure his dad had to really, 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 really had to work hard, right, at a young age. So, yeah, man. Why are we assuming his parents don't give him advice? I never said that, Bassam. I never said that. I'm saying that I'm hoping that they are. So before people, he says, Man United here. Hurry up and take Rashford a swap there for Yamal. Yeah. Okay, bro. Keep waiting, bro. Just keep there waiting. It's a tricky one. And because at the same time, Yamal needs to be allowed to 17, but then does not want to ruin his great opportunity. Yeah, no, I don't even think Yamal is partying. He's just on vacation. I don't think he's partying either. I just, you know what it is. I don't even have a problem with his vacation. It's just that, dude, what are you doing with a 30-year-old OF model, man? Like, here's the thing. If Yamal was going out with someone around his age, I don't think it would have been much of a problem. I think the reason why this is causing such a stir is because, firstly, Yamal is his age, and the person she's going out with is a grown ass woman who's an OF model. That is why it's such a buzz. But I don't think people would have cared if he was just a random chick, man. Like, you can enjoy life, but be moderate and be mindful of decision making. Exactly. That's why I feel like people are going out. During the season, he says he eats dinner with his family every night and watches tactical videos. Good for him, man. Good for him. NJ is talking about Wayne Rooney. Oh, okay. We need a clean sweep next season. Hey, here's me appropriate, man. I need Madrid tears. Yeah, we all need it, man. It's not a young player we are not the young player we're linked with. Oh, my bad. Thank you, bro. I got confused. But he says Yamal is actually worrying me. I think if you're a football fan in general, if you're a football fan in general, even if you're a rival, you don't want to see a player with so much potentially ruin their career with bad decisions because of terrible decisions, right? And that's why I feel like even people who are not even Barca fans, like even Madrid fans, like, don't get it twisted, right? I obviously don't want good players to ever play for Real Madrid. But if I see a player who's a generational player, I see what they could become. As a football fan, I want to see what they can do. And if they don't make it because of some terrible decision, it's going to be sad, right? So, yeah. It's like I remember back in the day, I think there was a player that Madrid used to have, right? I think his name was Ruben de la Red or something, right? He was one of like the up and coming Real Madrid players, and the guy, I think his career ended because he had like heart issues, and he was one of the players that Real Madrid fans were really hyping up. Like, he looked like he had so much potential, but because, in the end, everything that happened, he ended up, having to retire early, man. I think he retired at like 24, 25. Like, it was a sad state of affairs, man. Anyways. But big up to you guys, man. Big up to every single one of you guys who are here. Guys, we're only on 22 likes, guys. I said let's get to 30 likes before the end of the stream. No, he's still alive, thankfully. He's still alive. Ruben de la Red is still alive. He just had a heart condition that they found, right? It was a heart condition that they found, in something they found in his heart. But thankfully, they were able to find it before he died. So before he was gonna die on the pitch, basically. So yeah, he's fine. It says, you are the first Barca fan who saw the Nation League reaction and was a little bit alarmed. It seems too much. It seems like it too much in one way. I mean, listen, that's the thing, man. I feel like sometimes those little things are things that should not be ignored, right? It's like, okay, man, you just lost. It hurts. It's in pain. But you don't have to be salty. The thing with me is, like I mentioned, I don't like salty winners, but I don't also like salty losers as well. You understand what I mean, right? Even for my team. Don't be a salty loser. Just take the L and learn from it and get better for the next time you guys get an opportunity again. So yeah, I don't like people that are salty whether they win or lose. You didn't say anything, but you didn't say anything, but you implied. All right, man. Let's hope Yamal reaches his full potential. I don't want to see another Neymar for sure, man. Yamal won't let things ruin his career. Hopefully not, bro. So Yamal is a child. I don't agree with this logic. If he's 18 one day, it's okay. But when he's 17 and 664 days, it's not okay. I really hate this logic, man. Look, man, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, listen, it's not like we haven't seen 17-year-olds have girlfriends and stuff. Okay? Like it's natural. But brother, it's a 17 and a 30-year-old. That is what the issue is. I feel like you're missing the point, Bassam, right? The issue is the chick her, and that's what people need to realize. It's not Yamal that a lot of people are going after. They're going after the woman himself. So before people start thinking, it's not exactly the Yamal himself. Many people are worried that Yamal might, because of his age, he's a little bit, he's moving life a little too fast. But I think the reason it's causing such a stir is because of the chick herself. You understand what I mean, right? The chick herself is the one that people are really, really going after, because she is a grown adult who knows the difference between right and wrong and is choosing to go out with an underage kid. You understand what I mean? So yeah, the great example of a great player but made a lot of bad decisions, like Allen Iverson. I mean, yeah, man, Allen Iverson was a G though. Let's be real. My thoughts on the DM role for Barcelona, how Flick is going to use it in games. I mean, right now, Casado will be back. Bernal will return next season. So we do have options in the defensive midfield next season for sure. Bohan is the saddest story. Yeah, the guy's career was sad because, he just had mental issues. It wasn't even that he was making it was terrible. It wasn't like he was making terrible decisions. It's more of mentality, bro. The guy, he had everything, but mentally he wasn't ready. You know what I mean? You see what Big Dave and Little Will called Nico Williams trash. Yo, don't worry, man. Listen, don't worry, Catalan. I am just sitting there rubbing my hands. You feel me, right? I'm just rubbing my hands. Next season, bro, when Nico Williams dunks on them, I will remember all the receipts and I am there, guys. No, trust me, guys. Next season, these people don't realize, bro. Next season, let me tell you this right now. Next season, when we play against Real Madrid and we win, don't let me win that first Clasico and don't let Nico Williams score, because I remember every single one of these people that are calling out this guy. This guy has been calling out Nico Williams all season. I will be there. Don't worry, man. I'm patient. Listen, when they do these things, bro, don't even stop them. Just let them talk, bro. Let them talk and keep the clips, bro. That's it. I already have the clip of the Franco, when this player just signed, I don't know how to even pronounce his last name, the Franco kid, right? They're talking all this talk about him, bro. I have the clip. This fraud Will sat there and said, this guy will have a better career than Messi or have a career on par with Messi. I have the clip. So this fraud cannot even sit there and say, I didn't say that. I have the clip. I got the clip ready. And trust me, bro, every single stinker this brother makes, I will be there, bro. You don't, oh my days. This guy's not ready, man. He's not ready. But big up to you guys, man. We got like 21 people in the building, guys. Smash the likes if you haven't smashed it yet. Can the club step and intervene before it gets out of hand? I don't think they can, man. Like, at the end of the day, that's his personal life. Since too much exposure is gonna ruin him. Yamal is too young to control himself from this kind of issues. Facts. This is my point. This is why I feel like a lot of people are going at the chick, because he's taking advantage of a kid. Yamal is a teenager. See, the reason I give Yamal so much leeway is because as grown men, when we are teenagers, right? When you're a teenager, you're not exactly making the right decisions. You're doing things based on instincts, because at that time, bro, your hormones are going crazy. I've said it before, man. Everyone in here, if they're honest, can go back, and when they really think about their teenagers, they think about a moment or some things that they did and we're like, yeah, that was stupid. You understand what I mean, right? Every one of us, every teenager has gone through that, man. Every teenager, and you're lying if you say you haven't done it, bro. You have. Everybody did. You understand what I mean? So it's a normal thing, man. It's a normal thing. It says if Yamal uses it, then take action. If you don't trust Yamal, it says he quit. It says he quit the national team, if I'm not mistaken, when they called him up for the Euros or something. Yes, Boyang did that. Omar, which players do you feel a little nervous about when you see them in the starting lineup? Gerard Martin, Hector Ford, sometimes when I see him, yeah. Ferran Torres, I know he scored a lot of goals last season, but every time Ferran Torres is on the pitch, I'm always nervous. But yeah, that's it. You shut up, bro. Big up to you, Havertz. I need Nico Williams, Balde, and Grimaldo to turn against. Bro, we will be there for the cooking. Don't worry about it. Have you seen some Madrid fans saying about hashtag Vinny out? What? When? Nah, this can't be true, man. I don't think Franco is as good like that. No, I don't care, bro. I don't care. According to Will, he's gonna have a career on par with Messi. So yeah, it is what it is. Get a show with Dave Patanda if you can. I mean, I would love to, but Dave is a very busy guy, man. Don't get it twisted. He's not just a YouTuber. He's got like so many stuff he has to do. But yeah, who knows, guys? Who knows? Listen, if the channel continues to grow, guys, right? If you guys keep being here, guys, and the channel continues to grow next year, guys, we have more people in these live streams, and my face is being recognized, guys. Maybe, guys, I'll be able to bring some top content, more top content creators in here next season, right? But that's gonna be because of you guys, man. You guys are gonna have to be here to support every single time, man. But yeah, big up to you guys. But don't worry, man. Listen, big up to my guy Dave, man. But big up to Dave. Dave is a real one. But yeah, for sure, next year, I'm sure we'll do something together for sure. Give Ferran Torres his flowers. Listen, yes, he's done well this season. Just it doesn't change the fact that I was nervous. I'm just being honest. He asked me a question yesterday. It's a mix between fans. Some fans want him, and some fans don't. Yeah, that's true. He says, yeah, but what I'm saying is not a good player. It's all I have. It's all I'm saying. It's true. This is who do you think is better, Goulet or Granco? I think he meant to say Franco. Oh, you meant to say Franco. But yeah. Anyway, guys, this is the last thing I'm going to show you guys before we do close out, because we've almost been here for 2 hours, guys. Big up to every single one of you guys. Listen, do you guys remember when we talked about options, guys? Look, apparently Barcelona, they're saying next season is more likely that he's going to be the choice to succeed Lewandowski next summer, guys. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you look at all of the options, for all the wing strikers we could get next season, I think out of every single one of them, he's the one I would take. I'm being that serious. He's the one that I would take more than anybody else. Because I think that if you look at his style of strike, because here's the thing with Barcelona strikers. Barcelona cannot get a striker like a Haaland. Even if we could, I've said this before. People have always asked me, Omar, if you could sign Haaland, would you take him? I've always said I wouldn't. I remember one time me and Barca boy were doing a show together, and he was talking about Haaland. I said, brother, I don't want Haaland here. Like, respectfully, Haaland is not a Barca type player. He's not. Like, that's the truth. He's not a Barca type player. Like, why are we trying to force it? The guy, even for Pep Guardiola, is barely mobile, barely moves, barely does anything. Right? Like, come on, man. Like, why would we waste our time with a Haaland? Right? All that money on Haaland when we can spend that money on a player like Alvarez, who, let's be honest, Alvarez as a striker, I feel like he's a perfect Barcelona striker, bro. He's like you know what he reminds me of, guys? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Alvarez is like he reminds me a little bit of Eto'o. If you guys are old enough to remember Samuel Eto'o, bro. Samuel Eto'o was more than just a striker that scored goals. This guy's link-up play was on another level. That's what made him so scary. That's why I remember when we sold him, dude, I never understood why we sold him. I never understood why we sold him, bro. It was, let's be honest, the only reason we sold Eto'o is because of Pep. It's because of Pep's ego. Because Pep sold Eto'o, right? Pep sold Eto'o, and then Bro, did Ibrahimovic, who was even worse for his style of play. Straight up. It was, oh my days, man. It genuinely pissed me off so much, right? I will never, because Eto'o was one of my favorite players. I just don't remember at the time, right? I remember when we saw Eto'o, bro, I was pissed. Big up to you, SSB, man. Big up to you, man. But dude, I was so angry when we saw Eto'o because, bro, Eto'o was my favorite, one of my favorite Barca heroes growing up. He had just helped us win a treble. He had just finished top goal scorer in the league with 36 goals. He was doing everything at the club. And then in the end, we sold him to Inter for a swap deal for Ibrahimovic, who didn't even work out in the end, right? No. Fuck all of that, Bassam. It's not about bias here. Let me cook, okay? When Eto'o was at Barcelona that season, he scored 36 league goals. I'm not even talking in our competition. I just mean in league. 36, right? That season, I will never forget. This brother, Pep Guardiola, came in 2008. When he arrived, he said, Deco, Ronaldinho, Eto'o, he wanted them gone. Deco went to Chelsea, and Ronaldinho went to AC Milan. What's his name? He tried to sell, what's his name? Eto'o to Uzbekistan, to a club in Uzbekistan, and he refused, right? And you know what this brother did to him? He actually went out of his way. He came to the club, and just to piss off, or basically push Eto'o out of the club, he decided to take his number 9 and give it to Henry. Without telling Eto'o, he didn't even tell Eto'o, I'm going to give, He came to the locker room and right before the game said, yeah, we're changing numbers. So Eto'o, you're going to be wearing the 14 from now on, and this guy's been wearing the 9. And you know what happened? They went out. I think they were playing Chivas, Angelino. Is it Chivas? The Chivas that's in Mexico. They were playing against Chivas, right? In a friendly. I think we were losing in that game. Eto'o was on the bench. Eto'o came in around like 12 minutes to go, and he came up on the bench and scored a hat-trick. Now, Eto'o at this time, he'd already kind of like accepted that this guy, he doesn't respect me. He has no respect for me. I'm getting out of here. He had basically was on his way out. Because he scored a hat-trick out of nowhere, my guy decided, Pep Guardiola decided, maybe I might need Eto'o. But instead of going to Eto'o himself and saying, yo, listen, man, I am sorry about what I did. I will give you back your number. I am sorry that I disrespected you the way I did, bro. I just hope that now we can kind of move on from this. Nah, this brother decided to go to Xavi, Puyol, Olegua, all of our veterans in the team, to go and speak to Eto'o. And you know what? This fucking fraud. This is why with Pep Guardiola, as much as I respect him as a manager, as a person, bro, the guy is a fucking sleazeball, bro. Because this guy, yeah, he went to the players. He went to the players, right? Told the players to go and talk to Eto'o. Eto'o was thinking that these guys, they send like a celebrity like a Whitney Houston or someone to come see him, because this was in Texas, right? He went to the room. He found all the players, right, just standing up there, just right there, wanted to talk to him. He said he looked at the corner of his eye and he saw Pep was just in the corner there, and his face just went down because he didn't respect this brother, right? And in the end, it was Puyol and Xavi who spoke to him, and they were like, yo, listen, man, we want you to resolve this thing with Pep, and we want you to be our striker next season, right, going into the new season. And basically he was like, yo, I don't respect this brother because this brother disrespected me. This brother came in, right, tried to push me out, but he didn't just tell me, oh, I want you gone. No, this guy tried to disrespect me and make me live, right? Tried to make things hard for me over here. But in the end, he chose to stay. And that season, Pep Eto'o stayed that season. And you know what's funny? And you know what's funny about Eto'o, right? He stayed that season, and guess what happened, bro? He scored 36 goals, including one in the Champions League final to win us a treble. And you know what we did after he won us a treble and basically won everything? This brother was rewarded by being sold to Inter. Remember, the swap deal was we gave Ibrahimovic, we spent 60 million plus Eto'o for Ibrahimovic. We didn't even get any money for Eto'o. Eto'o was part of the deal to bring Ibrahimovic to the club. Do you understand what I mean? Now listen. I don't know much about this. But I'll tell you this right now, bro. I'm not saying that Eto'o is a good human being before everyone says, oh, I'm not. I'm just saying at the end of the day, Eto'o was done dirty at Barcelona at the time. You understand what I mean, right? He did him dirty. He really did, right? And I know we're just talking about Alvarez. We're going to go back to Alvarez. But the point I'm trying to make is that Eto'o was a striker. He was the perfect fit around that time, right? And I think that Alvarez is a mini Eto'o. I think that he's a mini Eto'o. I think he fits. I think he reminds me, like his style of football reminds me so much of Eto'o. And that's why I want to see this deal happen. Listen, I'm glad that the club, because we have been seeing these links so heavy recently, right? Ever since the start of the season, I've been hearing that apparently next season we could be going in for Alvarez to replace Lewandowski. So it is what it is, man. I respect. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just hoping that we get this done, man. But let me read some of your chats before we get out of here, man. You guys have been absolutely elite over here, man. What a stream. We've been here almost 2 hours, man. Big up to every single one of you guys. Big up to you, SSB, man. Big up to you, bro. Angelo says Julian Alvarez fits perfectly. Facts, he does. He says, I don't want Haaland. I want Isaac and Alvarez. Yeah, that's because you know, bro. Catalan, you know that he's not he doesn't fit our system, bro. He says, I think he rejuvenated. He can rejuvenate. No, I don't care, bro. I don't want any version of Haaland. Okay? I don't want any version of Haaland at all. None. Is it my African bias? No, bro. It's not my African bias. You know, Eto'o was 4 years older than his age. You know what, Bassam? Okay, whatever, man. Santi Cazorla helped Real Oviedo get promoted in La Liga at 40. Wow. Wait, so they're in the league now? Oh, shit. Oh, that's actually very cool, you know? Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I'm not even gonna lie. That's actually pretty cool. Like to actually have a player of this stature, right? Santi Cazorla, because you know what? Usually when you see players like this come into the clubs like this come into the league, I've never seen Oviedo in this league in my lifetime. So I like to see new clubs I haven't seen before come to the league. Yeah, next season, Eto'o won the treble with Inter. Facts. There you go. And guess who? And guess what? He was part of the team that eliminated us in the semi-final that year. Imagine the caliber of player Eto'o's being sent to Uzbekistan. My guy Bassam just hates Eto'o, man. It is what it is. He says Pep is an MSF him. As much as he's achieved so much as City, he did to Red Dirty to facts. He did, man. Listen, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. When my guy Pep, he was not beating the allegations, man. He wasn't beating the allegations, man. The way he was treating the African players in the Barcelona team, bro. Hey, listen, man. Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. He wasn't exactly beating the allegations, man. Just saying, bro. He says Omar, Suarez or Eto'o at Barca. Hey, it's gonna be Eto'o all the time, but I don't care, bro. Eto'o for me all day, man. Eto'o is one of my favorite players of all time. I don't care what prime Suarez did, bro. Eto'o won me 2 Champions League, not 1 but 2. Okay, he was part of the team that basically built us up to what we became. So yeah, man, Eto'o every day. Why hate Haaland? I don't hate Haaland. I just don't think that he fits Barcelona. That's not me saying that I hate him. I don't hate him. Suarez was a baller. Should have won another UCL. Well, he didn't, bro. He didn't. Anyway, yeah, he said, can you imagine you say 3 years ago, I don't want any version of Haaland? That's crazy. Dude, I was saying this about Haaland before. Listen, like I mentioned, it's all great having a player like Haaland. And this is the thing, if Haaland joined Barca, he would score goals. But the thing with Haaland is, at the end of the day, even if he scores all these goals, it doesn't matter, because those goals, getting all those goals, is going to risk us. We're not going to have, like, the wingers are not going to be able to do their job. The midfield is going to have to, everything's just going to have to work through Haaland. Look at Pep. Look at Pep getting Haaland, right? They got Haaland. Haaland scored crazy amount of goals, but brother, they had to change the whole system just to accommodate Haaland. So yeah, I think Haaland is better than Mbappe, but Pep ruined them. It's not Pep, bro. Pep who didn't. It says Barca fans really hate Haaland for extending his contract. I don't hate Haaland like I mentioned, man. Pep racismo. I don't hate Eto Wallahi, but we're just saying, don't believe 100% what he's saying. But here's the thing, right? But Sam, forget about what Eto says. People around these people, right? Even guys like Toure, the fact that it's not just Eto who said this, that's the thing. If we're all going to be objective, it wasn't just Eto who has said this, right? Look at the amount of people that said this. Even Zlatan, like you've seen the things he says, similar things about Pep. So has Yaya Toure, right? All of these guys say the same thing. So it's not necessarily an Eto thing. It's not because it's Eto that's why I believe him, but it's just at the end of the day, it is what it is. Eto was a G. I rated him massively. He was when he was at Chelsea and Everton. 100%. Says, how can I tell the caliber of a player Yaya Toure to leave, man? My brother was a G. Haaland relies on supplies from midfield and other players around him. He doesn't create himself, so he will not work at Barca. Exactly, facts. Big up to you, Hope, man. It says like and subscribe to the channel. But yeah, man, listen, guys, I am going to be closing out. We're going to be closing out right now. Big up to every single one of you guys who have been here. It says, will I swap Padre for Yaya today? No, I love Yaya today, but it is what it is, man. I would not. Pedri is the future, man. And Pedri is doing it now. So, no. Anyway, guys, like I mentioned, guys, we are going to be closing out, man. This stream has been absolutely lit, guys. You guys have been absolutely cooking today, man. We've been here almost 2 hours, man. I didn't even think I was going to be here this long. But hey, man, that shows you, man, when you're in a chat like this and everybody is all just, everyone is just being themselves right here, man. It's always great. But yeah, man, big up to every single one of you guys. Listen, man, this stream will be redirecting you all to, hold on, are we on 30 likes yet? Jeez. Yeah, we didn't hit the target, man. Oh, man, you guys really let me down, man. I expected you guys to hit the likes, man. But yeah, listen, big up to you guys anyway, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys who've been here from the start of the stream, guys. Big up to every single one of you, man. It says, oh my, you're a legend on fire, man. Putting your channel is quality. Yo, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Listen, like I mentioned, man, I'm trying to do more streams. I'm trying to do streams like every day, guys. It's not going to be easy, obviously, because you guys know I have a lot of stuff I do outside of work, but I'm trying to do more content for you guys, more Barca content, more footballing content, and everything else involved, guys. But pick up to every single one of you guys who are here. Make sure you guys always say, listen, man, the reason I've been going live recently is because I've been seeing all you guys, man. A lot of you guys have really been turning up to these streams, guys. I've been seeing so many of you guys popping up. I've been getting like 20, 30, 40 people en masse over here most of the time when I'm doing these streams, guys. So I appreciate every single one of you guys who are here. And as long as you guys are here, as long as you guys are supporting, as long as you guys are in the chat, always having your say, guess what, guys? I'm always going to be here. I'm going to be doing more and more streams, guys, more Barcelona content for you guys. But big up to every single one of you guys. But yeah, like I mentioned, guys, this stream will be redirecting you all to Michael TV, guys. He's doing a watch along. Big up to my guy, Michael. He always be raiding me over here. Go put Omar BYT raid in the comments section below. Put Omar BYT raid. Let him know that I rated him. But big up to you guys, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications. And peace, you guys. Take care.